to worry about that.
Nope.
Oh.
Coming up on this episode of Up for Debate, we have got 2.5 married couples, and we're going to play the Newlywed Game. Let's go ahead and get started. This is Up for Debate, episode number 161, recorded October 17th, 2019. The Newlywed Game. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Up for Debate, the debate podcast that sometimes plays game shows. I am Sean Jennings, alongside my co-host, as always, Mr. Matt Mariani. Hello, Matt.
Hey, Sean. How's it going?
It's going great. Anytime I get to play game show host is a win for me, and I will be in that role tonight. We just did our movie. I was an auctioneer last week in the movie draft, and now I'm hosting the Newlywed Game here. And Matt, we have got 2.5 married couples here with us tonight, recently married couples, and we're going to quiz them to see how well they know each other. Now, Matt, do you want to share why it's 2.5 married couples?
Because this whole time I've secretly been married to myself.
It's self-love. It's so important.
It's so
important. If you can't love yourself, who can love you?
That's right. So in a surprise twist, I forgot to tell my wife that this event was happening on Thursday evening of this week. I just told her it was happening, and she was like, okay. And then Thursday came around, and lo and behold, she has parent conference night on Thursday. So she's meeting with all the parents and is not available to do this, but in an interesting twist, Sean and I are going to be the odd couple in this case. I think that probably fits. Honestly, that should just be the name of our podcast, really.
The Odd Couple?
Like that I think that works a lot better.
No one's
than
ever used that before, so
we never actually debate anything. So the Odd Couple would I think
accurate.
It really kind of describes everything about the two of us, really. So yeah, so it should be fun. We've got a great show for tonight. Is everybody ready to play the Newlywed Game? All right.
The enthusiasm is infectious. Well, let's quickly meet our couples before we get started. Let's begin with viewers of the show, listeners of the show. We'll know them from our movie leagues and some episodes in the past. It's Kaylee and Brian, if you want to say hello and introduce yourselves.
Oh.
We're Kaylee and Brian.
I'm Brian.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
How long have you been married?
A year and 2 months. Just about, yeah. Been
All
together for almost 7 years.
A year, 2 months, and 13 days.
Wow. Very impressive. Good job. We'll see if the other couple knows that number so specifically. We're also joined by Jess and Brad. Hello.
Hey, I'm Jess Batterini. This is my husband, Brad.
Hi.
We have been married for a year and a month-ish. And we've been together for a little over 8 years.
All right, so a couple evenly matched couples there. And, of course, Matt and I, who have been friends for almost 10 years now.
That's crazy.
There's
no way that
so
can be true.
We're so old.
I can't believe that.
And so we'll see who knows each other better. This is the classic Newlywed Game. We're going to test each other to see who knows more about one another in sort of a blind fashion where the first person will write down their answer, keep it hidden. The other person will say out loud what their answer is. We'll reveal to see if they match. You get points if they match, and you don't if they don't. The person with the most points at the end of the night wins. No prizes, but the satisfaction to know they are the weddest couple. I'm not quite sure how we want to phrase that. We'll come up with a better solution when we get to the end. Are you guys ready to play?
Yes.
Go.
All right. Our first round of questions here are, I'm going to describe them as multiple choice. We're going to do a round later on where it's really open-ended, but the answers usually, is it the husband or the wife, or is it from a list of options I provide to you? So it'll be a little easier to get us started. Let's go ahead with our very first question. This one is for the ladies.
So, out of your couple, who is the lady? Where's the man in your relationship?
Matt, you wanna stake a claim?
Not really.
Yeah.
You want to flip a coin?
No, Oh, you know what? I have my 20-sided die here. You want above 10 or below 10?
Oh, this is fun. I'll take the under.
You're gonna take the under. It is a 17, which means
Your choice.
All right.
We actually didn't really
You get to
last time.
You get to be the lady, I guess.
All right.
You get to be
Sounds
the woman.
good.
It doesn't really matter whether it's just easier for me to say it that way. Doesn't really matter.
Works for me.
So let's go ahead and ask this first question. For the ladies, you will be writing down the answer that the men have to match. So take your boards. Will your partner say that they're more dependent on you or you're more dependent on them? Who is more dependent? Is your significant other more dependent on you, or are you more dependent on the other person? Keep those answers hidden from your partners, and we'll see who matches here. I see people writing down their answers, and I see boards down. So let's go ahead. We'll mix up the order of the reveals as we go through, but we'll start with Jess and Brad. Brad, what do you think Jess's answer is going to be? Is she more dependent on you, or are you more dependent on her?
No, I'm more dependent on her.
Okay, Jess, your answer?
So I'm definitely more dependent on him.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm way more
Oh,
needy.
dear God.
You know that.
You're gonna blow this whole thing.
You're both very needy, so very good. All right, our first answer is a bust. Kaylee and Brian. Brian, who do you think is more? Are you more dependent on her? She more dependent on you?
Well, we joke about this all the time, but clearly I am more dependent on her.
I fall apart without me. He is.
Yeah. I think anyone who knows the two of you know that that's probably the answer. Very good. I
don't know
like
if
that.
Brian would survive.
Normally I don't agree, but for winning things.
He knew I would say it.
That's the whole game. That's the whole game. All right, Matt. It is your and my turn. I get to guess here, and you get to reveal the answer. I am going to say you are more dependent on me, based on our working relationship.
Seems like a valid
Sean,
guess.
I said that I am more dependent on you because you have all of the equipment to run the show.
And I schedule things, and I'm the responsible one.
That's also very true.
Yes.
So there you go.
All right. Hey, I'll take it. Very good. Good first question, guys. We're going to continue on to our next one here in our first round. I personally like this question. I didn't write any of these. I stole them off the internet. This one is for the guys. So you'll be writing on the boards here. Which kind of soup would your partner say best describes you? Creamy, chunky, or crunchy?
The hell?
What's a crunchy soup?
I
Is a
don't know
crunchy soup,
either.
Sean?
I took this off the internet. I don't
Nacho
know.
soup? That's the
So,
only soup I
which
can
kind
think.
of soup describes who? Again?
Which kind of soup describes your partner? So it would be describing the ladies, because the men are writing the answers.
Oh, what soup describes the ladies?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, the men are going to write what soup describes the ladies, and then the ladies are going to guess what soup the men thought describes them.
What were the options again?
Okay, so is your woman a
Chunky.
creamy soup, a chunky soup, or a crunchy soup?
Yeah, dude, write chunky, see what happens.
Yeah, I would
Hey,
probably tread
you only got
carefully
3
with this one.
options, so...
This is a scary territory.
I'm chunky
I
for
feel
a
you,
reason.
Matt. I feel you.
All right, let's go ahead and mix up the order here. Kaylee, did Brian describe you as a creamy soup, a chunky soup, or a crunchy soup?
I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna say creamy.
Creamy? Are you creamy?
Oh,
Hey!
yeah, that's totally
That's really the only right answer there, though.
There's your man.
Really putting us in a hard spot here.
why it
Sean.
was not chunky.
Crunchy could work.
Full of
Crunchy,
something.
But
I'm going to have Matt and I go next. Matt, what do you think I described you as? What kind of soup are
Sean,
you?
you definitely described me as a chunky soup. There's no way. I feel like you definitely said chunky.
I wish I had said crunchy, to be honest, because I think that would have been the funnier answer. But Matt, I described you as creamy. I said you were a creamy soup. Because you're
Why?
smooth, man. You're so smooth.
I'm not, though.
Okay,
I
take
would
the
describe you
compliment.
as chunky soup. Actually, no, I would probably say crunchy in that situation. I don't know what a crunchy soup is, but
But whatever it is, that's you.
all right. So
You're one of a
we
kind.
missed that one.
We
Wow,
blew it.
swing and a miss.
We absolutely blew it. But now Jess and Brad can get in the game with a win here. Jess, what kind of soup did Brad say you are?
Well, he'll be in trouble if he said anything beside creamy.
All right. Brad?
It's creamy.
It's creamy. It's creamy.
Out of the doghouse.
Good job, dude.
That's a very bizarre question. I don't know why I asked that.
Sean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's very baffling. Here's another fun one. This one is going to be for the ladies, so ladies, take your boards. Hi, Maeve.
She's in trouble. She's barking.
Oh,
Maeve,
no.
you're definitely a crunchy soup.
You totally babysat.
Yes, I did babysit that dog.
I remember.
Yeah, it's a great dog. A+. I love other people's pets. All right, here's your question. They say that couples who are together for a while start to become more alike. Will your partner say you're becoming more like them or they're becoming more like you? Who's taking after the other person? Is the wife becoming more like the husband, or is the husband becoming more like the wife? Ladies are gonna take this one on the board, and then we're gonna have the men pitch in their answers. It's an interesting question. You guys haven't been married for that long, but you've been dating for quite a while, so there certainly has been time for you to rub off on one another.
What if we're just becoming more like each other? It's even.
That's
Becoming
not an
30.
acceptable answer, Brian. I'm so sorry. We've got our...
It's easy.
Well, we'll find out if it's easy. Let's go ahead and Matt and I are going to go first. Matt is still writing, which concerns me.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. It is my turn to guess here, and I'm going to say that I am becoming more like you. I think I'm a little looser when we hang out. I'm not as uptight. I think I learn new ways of thinking when we hang out.
Sean is becoming more like me, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Yes, I gladly admit it. I need to be a little more like Matt. That's great.
Can I just say also, I didn't throw this in the beginning of the show, but I need to pay you another kudos on your suit jacket there.
Thank you.
That's your trademark hosting jacket.
I'm game show hosting. I got to look professional. All I'm missing is that really skinny microphone that they used to hold. Short of that, I'm basically there.
Yeah.
Where's the game show host wig?
My game show host wig.
Just like your real.
That is in a box buried somewhere. Maybe I'll pull it out for Halloween. Who knows? All right, Jess and Brad. Let's go ahead. Brad, what do you think Jess wrote?
I think Jess is becoming more like me.
In what way? You want to be specific before she reveals the answer?
Oh, I didn't know that's how.
Putting you on the spot. Any particular traits or?
Socially? Well,
Socially?
I wrote down that I'm becoming more like him. Top 10. Mostly I speak like him now, I think is what it's become. And all of his really dumb quotes, even if I haven't seen the movie, I can now say what movie it's from. So, progress.
Very nice. Congrats. Kaylee and Brian. Brian?
I would say that she's becoming more like me as well.
In what way?
I don't even have to ask.
Well, lately it's been eating habits.
Ooh.
That's your baby. It's
She
not my
eats more
fault.
like me. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
All right, I agreed. I said I'm becoming more like him.
Very
I
nice.
was how sloppy I've become.
Are you just saying, Brian, you're basically just pregnant all the time? Is that sort of...
I pretty much have
eat like
finally
I
caught
am.
up to him now that I'm eating for two.
Yeah. I don't prey on her leftovers.
It's like whenever he's like, want to get Taco Bell? I'm like, maybe Wendy's.
Still no to Taco Bell.
Hey, the couple that eats together stays together, so you can't fight that. This next question, switch boards. This question, the men are going to write the answer. And the question is, if the two of you went to a singles bar, would you say you have an easier time picking up a person, or the other person would have an easier time picking someone up?
Sean, I have some questions about this.
Go on.
Question.
You go right ahead.
Okay. So why are we at a singles bar? What is our motivation here?
Pick up singles.
It's pretty simple. Hey, I'm
For-
single. You
for,
don't have
like-
to ask me. I'm all about it. You're the married one.
Like, I mean, are we with single friends, or are we just like
You're way overthinking
there for a good
this.
time?
You're way
Okay.
overthinking this.
Sean, before I write this down, is it what I think or is it what I think she thinks?
You just have to match each other. But this question
What
is
she
Is
for
what she thinks.
yes.
Is what she thinks.
Yes.
Who's gonna have?
It's all about matching what's on the board, what's on the whiteboard.
Oh.
That's the
But
official answer.
this is the guy's question. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to worry about this, not me.
I do.
Right.
I have to figure out whether, Matt, you would do better at the bar or I would. Frankly, I don't think either of us would succeed, but
That's probably the right answer.
we would leave alone. But okay, let's see. Jess and Brad, you get to go first on this one. Jess, who do you think Brad thinks would do better at a singles bar?
Me.
Brad?
She would.
Oh, very nice. What's her?
She's a woman.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to put it. Women need to do
Have
better.
you been to a bar?
Very nice. All right, Kaylee and
Be realistic.
Brian.
Are you finished rating?
I guess so. I'm still not sure I understand, but okay.
I don't know what's to understand. So who would have an easier time at a singles bar?
Yes.
I think I would, as a woman.
I guess we're all sexist in here.
Hey, you know what? Take the points. Take the win. Matt and I are going to be interesting because we're both men.
Sure, what's right?
Matt, who do you think would do better at a singles bar?
I think that Sean would do better at a singles bar because he is not married.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's one way to think about it. I thought of, if I were a woman, which of the two of us would I go home with? And I wrote Matt. I wrote Matt on that one. So no points.
I don't know. If you wore that suit jacket, Sean.
Well, I mean, I look the part.
You do.
But I have no personality, so...
You know, Matt, with the reverse logic, though, you might do better at a singles bar because you're not single.
That's true.
That's true.
Because they know you're already locked up somewhere else.
And they know I'm a lonely sad sack. So, anyway...
That's not what I meant.
I want to take you to a singles bar, Sean. Let's take Sean to a singles bar.
I've had women do that before. You would not be the first person. People love to volunteer to take me to singles bars. Like it's a game.
Are there bars for singles?
Just
when I'm there, it's pretty single. All right, this question, switch boards. This question is for the ladies. And they are going to say, when you first met your partner, would you say he was really, one of these three, a man's man, a ladies' man, or a mama's boy?
Oh,
would you describe your man as a man's man, a ladies' man, or a mama's boy? Tough question, but you only got 3 options, so hopefully you can come up with something. We'll see here. All right, I'm seeing some stuff being revealed. Kaylee and Brian, you're going to go first on this one. Brian, what do you think the answer is?
So I gotta admit, I was listening very closely to the sound of her strokes to see if I could figure out the letters.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say ladies' man.
Well, I'm so sorry. I said you were a mama's boy.
At the beginning?
When you were living at home, yes.
Oh, well, that's a little... No. Wow, yeah. There goes my self-esteem.
Nothing wrong with being a mama's boy.
And my hearing ability, I guess.
Yeah, that game did not work for you.
Nope.
All right, Matt is between us, and I would say you wrote down that I am a ladies' man. Because I'm trying to get on your wavelength. The first set of answers we've done, you've, not been accurate to reality, so I'm going to say, this time you were like, oh, yeah, Sean's a ladies' man, which is not true. So that's my guess.
When I first met Sean, I would have said he was a ladies' man.
Oh!
Because he kept his room very clean.
Thank you.
Ladies like that.
I appreciate the complete sentences, Matt.
Yeah, that's how I'm answering these questions, because I feel like I have to justify them in some way, since I didn't bring my actual life on the show. So
you did an extra
job. So I have to make up for my past mistakes. So
alrighty,
Jess and Brad. Brad?
It's a man's man. My mama's boy.
No, you were a ladies' man.
Hey!
Man slut.
That's like a win anyway.
He was all about the ladies.
That's a win-win.
So do we all we got them all wrong? We all got them wrong, right?
No, Matt, we got it right.
Oh, we got it right. That's
right. I'm a ladies' man, remember? Did you already forget?
How is this happening?
I think you just wanted to mock me.
I did not think of you as a ladies' man at any point, sorry.
Come on, Brad.
Oh my goodness, we're about halfway to a couple divorces here. That wraps up the sort of multiple choice either or portion of the program. How about a quick score update? In first place with 4 correct are Kaylee and Brian, and then each with 3 correct are Matt and myself and Jess and Brad. But in this next round, they are worth double, so you will have an opportunity to gain some ground there. These are sort of open response questions, so you got to work really hard. They got to be pretty close, your answers, for them to be accepted. So let's go ahead and get to our first one. This question is for who had the board last time? The ladies had the board?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll switch. And our next question here is, if you went to the zoo, what would be your partner's favorite animal to look at? If you went to the zoo, what would be your partner's favorite animal to look at? So we're asking about the ladies.
Oh, I know. I know this. No, that wouldn't be your favorite, would it?
Oh wait, it's my favorite, right?
Right, it's his favorite, right? Or is it mine?
No, it's yours.
No, it's
It's
hers.
my favorite?
Yes, it's the ladies' favorite.
Okay, yeah, you should know this.
It's the ladies' favorite.
I'm
And
not
I have no
gonna
idea how to answer this for Matt.
Favorite
So,
to look at. I'm pretty sure.
favorite to watch, favorite to gander upon.
I don't really like
I feel
this.
like you've commented on
I
this
don't either.
and you're like, what a stupid animal.
Now I don't know what you're thinking of.
I don't know. Looking at those animals in those cages, I get kind of sad. It's like they should be
You want
free.
to
I
be in
feel
there
like.
with them.
Don't even get me going on. You see the eagles in the nets? It's awful.
Anyway.
And we're strictly
It's
talking
controversial.
zoos, not an aquarium.
Correct. Thank you.
I
Good
do like the
clarification.
aquarium though.
No,
Those fish deserve it. They belong in the cages. But the animals,
those
not-
water
not
cages
them.
they find themselves in.
Deserve
those water cages.
Easy. I know.
All right, let's begin with Matt and I on this round. Matt, I've got the answer here that I've written down, so why don't you reveal yours? What animal would you like to watch at the zoo?
Sean, I think that you said I would like to watch the.
Yeah, Matt, I'll give you $100 if you match what I wrote. Because I had no idea what to say, so I will be impressed.
I'm gonna say the elephants. Why not?
Nope, I said Matt is a little more exotic. He would watch the flamingos.
Wow.
The flamingos.
No, I was
I
actually.
like to watch him at the zoo.
I was thinking ostrich at first, and then
I
I was like,
almost
do they
wrote
really
that.
have ostriches at zoos?
Yeah,
I
they do.
don't think I've ever seen one, but
Yeah, only at the good zoos.
okay.
All right.
Flamingos.
That was a bust. All right, Jess and Brad. We'll go to you next. Jess?
Oh, this is easy. I go to a zoo. All I want to go see are the capybaras.
And
I
I'm
can't-
sure that's what Brad wrote.
I can't spell it, but I wrote capybara.
Wow.
Oh,
Giant
giant
hamster.
hamster.
Giant hamster things.
No, they're giant guinea pigs. but
Oh,
that's okay.
they're weird.
Wrong.
Capybaras are like my favorite animal, and Brad's been with me once when we went to a zoo, and that's all I wanted to look at. So I was hoping he'd remember that.
That's very impressive.
Good job.
Is that
honey.
how
You're very close on your spelling.
capybara?
Giant.
All right, very good. Now it's for Kaylee and Brian. Kaylee?
I don't know what he wrote, but I would like to watch the monkeys. No.
Oh,
What'd you write?
Giraffes.
Oh.
Oh,
against
In the
ground.
weed.
Monkeys throw poop.
Yeah.
So entertaining. Giraffes.
I
When
feel
did
like
say
you
this?
commented on their necks, like, why they got that long neck? And I was like, I feel like that's literally what you said to me one time. Like, look at these things. They got long necks. Why do they got those? What do they need those for?
Kaylee
Very
turned into
insightful.
Jerry Seinfeld. What's the deal with these giraffes?
Exactly.
What's the deal with their necks?
all right. Our next question is for the ladies. They will be writing this one down. And your question here, this is kind of an interesting one. How would your partner say you'd complete the sentence? So you're talking about the guy here. If a baby grew up around my husband, its first word would be blank. I figured this might be appropriate for the crowd here. If a baby grew up around my husband, its first word would be blank.
Oof.
It's a thinker. It's a thinker.
I think there's something.
It's not an easy one, and we don't
One
do
word?
easy ones.
I know.
Yeah, just one word. It's first word. Again, it's all about matching your partner on this one. And on this particular question, Jess and Brad are going to go first. Brad, what would be your baby's first word after hanging around you a little too long?
Poop. You really didn't do poop?
I did oof.
That's not a word.
Yes, because you say it all the time. The only thing Brad ever oof. Oof. Oof.
Oof.
I thought you'd go with me making immature jokes.
No, I go with your mumbling.
Oof.
Sorry.
Wow. All right, that's interesting.
What's my next one?
I didn't know you said poop so much, Brad.
I do.
He does.
Good to know. Kaylee and Brian. Brian, what would be your baby's first word?
So
I'm bad at this.
I'm hoping Kaylee excluded curses because I don't think it would be a curse. I think it would be the word metal.
No. I put hungry. I feel like you talk about
I guess that
You
is
don't
pretty good.
talk about metal. You
I
listen
thought
to
I
metal.
talk about metal.
You
a
talk
lot.
about I'm hungry like 40 times a day.
Wow, we came at that from different angles. I understand.
Agree to disagree.
All right, Matt. We're 0 for 2 on this round.
Okay.
So we got it. We got to take him home. I would say that a baby who spent too much time around me, its first word would probably be greetings.
Damn, that was a good one. I said stupendous because
I
you say
never
that a
say
lot.
that.
That's like your catchphrase.
literally
That's stupendous. You
I
say
can
it all
name
the
you
time.
100
Sean.
words I say more than that.
Constantly.
Stupendous.
Constantly. Believe me, Sean.
Stupendous.
You may not know. You may not even notice it because you say it so much. That's
Now you will.
That's like one of the words
It's
I
like
say the
classic
least.
Sean. He's saying that word again.
That is the most
Stupendous.
insane thing you could have written down.
I could hear him say it. I could see it coming off his lips.
Yeah, it's like I guarantee our listeners, if we have listeners, they probably count the amount of times you say it in a podcast and like play like a little game among themselves. You say it all the time.
It's a drinking game.
Matt,
It is.
no one's
like,
buying
Sean
it.
said it again.
No one's
Stupendous.
buying it. We're so
Yep.
sober. He never says it. All right, let's switch boards again, and this time the men are writing it. So, guys, this question is about your wife, your significant partner here. What is the most silly pet name for your wife? The most silly pet name. The one you would find the oddest or the strangest, the silliest pet name.
I don't think you've ever called me a pet name.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I don't know. This is hard.
Oh boy, a lot of thought here. Really thinking about it. I'll give you guys an extra minute. Matt and I can go first because I have written down my answer. Matt, what is my silliest pet name for you?
Oh, sorry, I cut out for a minute.
The silliest
Not bad.
pet name that I have for
Sean?
you.
The pet name that I thought of was Big Sexy.
Again, stop
That's
putting
got to
words
be
in
the
my
silliest
mouth.
pet name.
I've never said that.
I beg to differ, but whatever. I mean, you can make things up all you want on the show,
We've
but
done 160 of these.
I know
I've
the
never called
truth
you
behind
Big
the
Sexy.
scenes. So
No, I went
When
with
the cameras
co-host.
are off.
I went with co-host. I don't call you anything else. That or
that's a
friend.
title.
Well, it was that or something you made up. So
That was a tough one for us. That was
It's the weird ones.
yeah, there's a question I was going to ask, which was who said I love you first, and I said, man, I really aren't going to do that one. So
Oh, maybe. Hey.
hey,
Hey.
I mean,
Did you see what's up?
I don't know.
like him.
Well,
No, so here we go. Kaylee and Brian are going to go on this next.
Right, to erase his answer. Hang
I
on.
put the same thing.
Okay.
Don't worry. I
Hey, he
can't.
rewrote it.
All right, Kaylee, what do you think Brian's going to say?
So this is a pet name for me?
Yes.
Jesus.
I literally don't think he's ever once called me a pet name, so I have no idea what he wrote. Did you make something up?
Maybe, sort of.
Well, give it a shot. Kaylee says nothing. Brian, what's your result?
No, you gotta say
okay.
something.
I'll say Bubby.
No.
That's what I call you. I don't know
Yes,
what
you
you
call
call me. What do you call me?
I said Poopykins.
Does he call you that a lot?
I've never heard that.
Well, maybe now he will.
One time, maybe, you know.
Maybe now he will.
What a time to premiere that name.
Don't look at me like that.
Lovely poopy.
I guess we won't use that one then.
Nope. Let's see. We're 0 for 2. Jess, it's all up to you here. What do you think Brad's got written down there? What does he like to call you?
The only nickname, pet name he ever says is Honey.
Oh, shit.
Or Poops, but you said you didn't go too weird, so I went Honey.
What did he write?
I'm calling you just BB a lot lately.
Oh, you have been. But that's not weird,
Well, it's
That's
silly.
better than Honey.
I guess.
Oh boy, that was a tough one.
Just
Just call me Poopy. Like, that is, they said Poopy Kids. I was like, yes, he's going to get
time,
this.
Sean.
He does say poop all the time.
I'm like a third grader.
You have that's going to be your kid's first word.
Probably.
That's good. They'll let you know. It's a heads up.
Exactly.
They're well trained. All right, we're going to switch the boards here. The ladies are going to be writing this one down about their men. And the question is, what is the worst date your man ever took you on? Let's see if you can have the same answer here.
About one date or many?
One date.
I don't know. I have to. Am I supposed to know this?
You should. It was
Oh
the
my-
worst day.
All my dates are fabulous.
There's never been a bad date.
Not by my doing, anyway.
Of course not.
Contrary.
I hear you're a real man's man. Alrighty. While Matt contemplates what he's going to write down, let's go first to Jess and Brad on this one. Brad, what's the worst date?
It's got to be our first anniversary. 1 year wedding anniversary.
And what happened on that date?
I wrote down first anniversary equals poop because we're on a poop thing right now, and it was pretty poopy.
We went to a restaurant and they were closed, and then we went to another restaurant. There was like an hour wait, and it was just awful.
So we ended up coming home and eating leftover pizza,
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, you made the best of it.
but it was pretty poopy.
That still counts. All right, Brian, what was your worst date?
All right. I believe it was Kaylee's birthday, and we went to New York City, and we were gonna go on this little like cruise on the Hudson for food, and we were late, I guess, to leave. Our train, we got on the wrong train, and then when we got there, I guess they had already left. Yeah, basically everything went wrong that could go
I
wrong.
just wrote all of that. We missed the train, we missed the boat, and I got splinter on my butt that day.
I forgot about
Sat on a wooden bench.
That's pretty
Icing
bad.
on cake.
Very
The train,
nice.
I forgot the train that we did get on broke down. Remember the power went out?
Yeah, that's true.
It was not a good day. And had we just not missed our train, it all would have gone differently. But we got the points.
You got it. It still counts. Now Matt and I have to go.
Oh.
And this was a tough one for me. And I was going to say our Washington, D.C. trip, but I didn't say that.
That
Instead,
was a lot of fun. That was a
That
great
was
trip.
the worst date ever.
It was awesome.
it was pretty bad. But I believe it has to be any one of the many times we went to Applebee's. Applebee's.
You know, I thought about that. I probably could have picked that.
Okay, but you
But-
didn't.
I picked
I'm dying to know what you wrote.
2 friendlies, but then we had to leave early because Colin had to play Final Fantasy.
Yes, he
I
made
was
us take
there.
our
He made us get our
Sundays
dessert to go. I
Because he
think
had to
that
get
was a
back
pretty
to
bad
because his
date.
guild would be mad if he were late.
We had to
So it was a bad
to
date.
get there in time.
That's a much
Yeah.
better answer. That's a
And
great
then at the
answer.
end, his guild abandoned him.
They did.
So
He's still beat up about it. Very
But
good
he was
answer,
friends with
man.
them for much longer than us. So
he had, that's right. And he would mention that. So that was the worst date. Boom.
Let's go ahead and switch back here. So the men will be writing on this one about their ladies. Gentlemen, what would you say is one thing your wife is really interested in that you could care less about?
Come on, Brad.
What is one thing your significant other is interested in that you just do not care for at all in any way?
Good to go.
I just
That was
finished
easy.
Finished the last of my milk, guys. Not a milk.
Do you need a milk refill?
Maybe.
Or would that
We'll
be too
see.
much milk?
Sometimes there's definitely a too much milk ratio. So
Should I write milk for this answer?
no.
No.
I forgot what the question was already, but
Okay.
milk.
The question is, what is something your significant partner's other is interested in, but you could care less about? We'll go to Kaylee and Brian first on this one. Kaylee, what did he write down? What did Brian write down?
I didn't see it. So something that I'm interested in that he's not.
Yes.
I would say rewatching sitcoms. He does not understand that when I rewatch The Office for the 10th time.
Fair enough. But it's not what he wrote down. Brian?
Clearly not. What did you
No,
write?
it's TV related though. I wrote 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, that's so specific.
'Cause I have no interest in that show, and that's one of the few shows that you watch.
I haven't watched it this year. I lost interest in it also.
Oh, you already? Yeah. See, I'm not even there when you decide to watch it or not.
Wow, all this practicing ahead of time really didn't do much for you.
We didn't ask any of these questions.
All right. Jess and Brad. Jess, what is Brad not interested in that you are?
Oh, I love me some trash reality TV. Are you serious?
I actually think.
I mean,
Hang
90 Day
on.
Fiancé.
Don't reveal. Don't reveal,
I
Brad.
wrote Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh.
Don't care about Harry Potter in the slightest. Never have.
Wow.
Wow, I can't believe you were that.
And for those who don't know, Jess
What have I been
loves
super
Harry
into
Potter.
lately and you just want nothing to do with?
What's your favorite thing ever?
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Good answer. Good guess. Unfortunately, no points. Matt, what are you interested in that I could care less about?
The gym.
I have two. There's definitely two schools of thought here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the one that's leading in my mind right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say baseball.
No, actually, baseball is kind of interesting. I wouldn't say I love it, but I definitely don't hate it. What was your other guess?
I thought you hated baseball.
No, I don't hate baseball.
Well, the other guess was gonna be Mario Party.
I love Mario Party. Why? Matt,
I
do
thought
know
you
anything
always
about
hated
me?
Mario. Sean, do I even? Is this hello? Is this Sean Jennings? You hated Mario Party. You
I
always
played
did.
it all the time.
Yeah, but you only played it begrudgingly.
Because I always lost. It's a good game.
I thought you just hated it all the
No,
time.
I hated Mario Party.
I think,
I
yeah,
still do.
I
See,
think
I
deep
took-
down I hated it,
No,
but
it's great. It's a great game.
I liked
love
it in the
Mario
moment.
Party.
If you were
I
like, hey
took
Sean, let's
PlayStation
stop
Zero.
doing this and go play. I'd play
I
right
think
now.
it's very, very much depended on if Colin was playing or not.
Well,
If
yeah,
Colin
he was
was
a regular.
playing, then we all hated it.
It was
but
unfair. No, Matt, I wrote down history.
damn it, that was probably number 3 in my
I
mind.
do not care
But
about history.
you recommend so many good history books. I figured
I don't,
that was
though.
like
all
you
my
do.
all my history books are like from 1980 forward.
Those are but those are good. Those are still good
That's
books,
history.
and I've read them.
Well, thank you. I'll take the compliment that I recommend good books. So.
They're good books.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
It's almost 40 years ago now.
But I really did think you hated baseball. I
No.
thought you actually said that like exactly on the show. Like I find
Probably.
baseball incredibly boring and I hate it.
But that doesn't. No, I do find it incredibly boring. Doesn't mean I hate. Anyway, okay, we're getting off. Matt and I are definitely not going to be together after this. All right, let's switch boards. In this case, the ladies will be writing about their men. Speaking about your man, here's a quote you have to fill in the blank of. I wish I had a video camera the last time he blanked at home, because then I'd have proof that he's very, very weird.
So he's very, very what?
Weird.
Weird.
What's something your significant other does at home that's very weird?
Wait, is it like a regular thing or?
I just read you the quote and you fill in the blank. I wish I had a video camera the last time he blanked at home, because then I'd have proof that he's very, very weird.
Oh, I'm writing it. I'm sorry.
Well, that was real quick. That was fast.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to think about it.
Something I do at home.
No.
If you got a video camera.
Has to be at home.
That's what the quote was,
Fine.
Jess.
Does he do weird things outside the home?
Jay didn't tell you about the wedding?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I do know about that. We don't have to
At home?
repeat
I
them
also-
here.
Weird I do at home that if you had a video camera, you would record. Did you not listen?
Yes, I got it. This is what I wanted so people believe that this happens.
Oh, no.
Okay. Some folks are still writing here.
Yeah, hold up.
Matt, do you have your answer written?
I do.
Was it easy for you?
This was pretty easy, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll go first. The thing is, I have no idea what you wrote about me because I don't do anything strange. But I'm gonna say bubble baths is my guess.
Nope. Not even in the
Matt had a
same
camera.
category. I said danced while cleaning the whole house.
Yes, but I don't think that's that weird, is it?
It's not that weird, but
No,
that was
but
the
that's
weirdest
true.
I could come up
I
with.
do that.
It's not something that everybody does. It's unique.
I'm so bummed, Matt, I did not
It's
get to
quirky.
write an answer for
It's
you.
quirky.
Because there's so many good answers for you on this one. Because all you do at the house is weird stuff. I know, I lived with you for a year. Just in weird food concoctions alone.
For the record,
Like what? I want to hear one.
let us remember. Let us always remember and never forget. The mac and cheese French creamer was
Outside
not
of that.
something that I made. It was
Outside of
something
that.
that I tasted.
And
But
liked.
Colin made it.
You
He was the
enjoyed
one
it,
that
but
made
it
it.
was hard.
Yeah.
I tasted it and sort of enjoyed it.
But also, didn't you try and put honey and beer in the microwave and turn it
No,
into
that
mead?
was a theory. It was a theory. It was never something that I actually did because you wouldn't let me.
Yep.
So, but it was something that I wanted to do
Yep.
for many years and still kind of do.
Who was it that ate the beard shavings thinking it was a seasoning? Was that Sean?
No.
I think that was Sean. If I
That was
remember
me.
correctly.
Yeah, that was me.
Fine.
To be fair,
Yeah.
they were Matt's beard shavings.
They were.
There you go.
You thought that they were.
Well, yeah, because Sean can't grow a beard.
That's right. That's right.
They
But,
clearly
you know,
weren't yours.
it wasn't like a complete strangers. It was Matt's. It's not a big
That's
deal.
true.
I just gotta taste it and see what it is.
Nice.
And it tasted very much like nothing. Okay, so Jess and Brad, we'll have you guys go next. What do you think, Brad?
Like very large farts. Is one of my guesses.
Very large
Just
farts.
very, very loud. Like duck.
Oh!
Farts.
I'll
count
count it.
I always joke that his farts in the morning sound like you're stepping on a duck. It's
Yeah.
just-
Yep.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for counting that. That works for me.
I don't think people believe me when I say it. I just wish, we could record it.
Next level in the morning.
Well, we now have the proof. Let's go ahead. Brian. What? I'm dying to know the answer to this.
Well, I did not say farts. I feel like that is something you've literally said to me, like, oh, I wish I recorded that so I could have that. I'm going to
Get a
say
ringtone.
singing and dancing.
I think this counts.
Blasted his
Weird
weird
music.
music. I'm gonna say it doesn't count.
How could it not count?
Because-
if you're blasting
because-
weird music, you're singing and dancing.
No, that does. Unfortunate. I'm sorry. Not a match. We got a high standard, but I do agree. Brian has an interesting taste in music.
It was implied.
It was implied. Unfortunately, implied will not get you points, but maybe you can get some on this next question. Let's switch here. The men will be writing about the ladies on this one. And your question, it's another fill in the blank in a sentence here. This is about your wife. If my wife was a talking doll that repeated just one phrase when you pulled the string, she'd say what?
Wow.
Oh God, you got an answer very quickly.
And I gotta come up with one for Matt here. This This is a tough one because you got to match. You got to be specific. I don't know if it's even possible. We're gonna find out here.
There's like 5.
Easy. Don't look.
I'm not looking. Jesus. What could you have possibly written?
Okay, let's go ahead here. I see Brian is done, so we'll let him and Kaylee go. Kaylee, what is your catchphrase? What would you say if Brian pulled the string?
God, I don't know what he wrote, but he's very proud of himself. I don't know. I'm so tired.
It's a good one. It's a good phrase. Not what he wrote though.
Shaking his head. What'd you write?
You're in my way.
Do you say that about 50 times a day?
You say it to me. You say it to Maeve.
You're
you
all
say
in the way
it
all the
to
time.
anyone who gets in your way.
It's confidence, you know. Get out of our way.
That was a good one.
How did you not think of that?
All right, Jess. What's your catchphrase?
Something along the lines of "love me" or "snuggle me."
I just wrote down that she screams my name sometimes like Braid.
Brad!
Yeah.
But I don't say it that frequently.
That's what you would be if you were a doll.
Braid!
You just scream Braid!
Love me. Snuggle
no, it'd be
me.
Braid.
Nah, he's wrong.
To be honest, I know you two, and those are both correct answers. So no points, but you're not wrong. All right, Matt. What is your catchphrase? I like what I wrote. It's not going to match what you say, but I'm curious.
I was actually leaning towards "love me" and "snuggle me."
Okay.
But I'm just gonna pull an audible here, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Sean, what's up? How's it going?"
I did not write that. You
That's
do
like
say
what I
that,
say every show.
But Matt, you are famous for having what I would describe as zero spatial awareness. And so I wrote, "Where did blank go? Where did that go?"
Oh.
You're
All
always lost. We went into a very small shopping mall, and he's like, "Wait, the GameStop was just over there, and now it's over here." And I'm like, "No, Brad, that's the same GameStop." He goes, "Did this mall rearrange itself when I wasn't looking?"
Nightmares about that.
I'm
Nightmares
very
about
worried
being
about
in that shopping mall, and I swear they changed where the GameStop was. It just makes my skin crawl. But anyway.
Yeah, malls have that effect on people.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I just do it with my students all the time. I'm like, where did that kid go?
I do that too.
That kid go?
But they know.
Where did my
They do
bell
know.
go? Where did my stapler go?
Yes, all the time.
It's
All
nice
the
though to have
time.
sets of eyes because they're like, oh, it's right over there. It's right there.
Yes, they do. They know where things are. I'm like, where did I just had a stack of papers. Where did I put them? Oh, okay, they're right there. Yep, all the time.
All right, let's. Who's got the board now?
Ladies.
Ladies got the board talking about your man. This is a perfect question here about your man. We only got a couple questions left here. If your husband was stranded on a deserted island, what will he say there'd be absolutely no chance of him eating, even if it meant life or death? What would he absolutely never eat?
Do you know?
I mean, there are things I would not eat on this world, yes.
I don't know.
It's not. These aren't easy questions. You know, we're in the later rounds here. Every point counts. I'm looking at the scores here. It's a very close race.
Like, is it food that's like chilling on the island, or what's he's gonna find on the island?
No, it's literally any food. It's just more of a hypothetical.
Does
Like-
it literally have to be food?
So this is the opposite of like you're stranded on an island, you could only eat one food the
Right,
rest of
exactly.
your life.
Like, what's the worst thing? Like, he would rather die than eat this. Is sort of the implication.
I don't.
It's a tough one. Matt, do you have an answer?
I do.
Well, while these guys are thinking and writing, we can reveal ours. This one came easy to me. It's a semi-joke answer, but I think you're gonna get it. If I were trapped on an island, I would die before I'd eat at Cracker Barrel.
Ah, so close. Damn
What'd
it.
you write?
I wrote Applebee's.
You wrote Applebee's.
Damn.
Both are pretty accurate, but I had to go
They
with my
are.
Cracker Barrel joke.
You do not like that Cracker Barrel.
I do not care for Cracker Barrel.
Sean, you know what the secret is to Cracker Barrel?
Don't eat there?
The breakfast. You gotta get
I've
the
never
breakfast.
done breakfast there.
Their breakfasts are very good. They just
Never
don't
been.
like they have that other menu for like dinner and lunch. Just at breakfast.
Okay.
The breakfasts are very good. They're very
We'll go get
competent
breakfast
breakfasts.
there. Sounds like a date.
All that other stuff is crap. Just get the breakfast.
I like it. All right. Very good. So no points for us on that. Jess and Brad?
I'm gonna say raw celery.
Oh, fuck. I said Panera. He really hates Panera. He'd rather eat.
I love their soup.
Oh my god.
Have you ever had their mac and cheese?
It's
The
not
soup
very
is so
good.
Mac-
So
Like
good.
cheddar broccoli
Mac
soup
and cheese
is
is not good.
Right, you won't
Mac
eat
and
raw
cheese is
celery.
very good, Sean. It's
That's
very
literally
good
like
mac and cheese.
I don't like
the
is raw
bottom of the
celery.
list of stuff you should get there.
It's
I think it's
very
good.
good mac and cheese. I can name like maybe one other thing that's better.
All
It
the
is-
soups are better than mac and
It's like
cheese.
a block of melted cheese.
All
No.
the soups?
I don't know about all the soups, even the crunchy soups, Sean.
Yeah, even the crunchy soups.
Even the crunchy soups.
Those are the soups they left overnight. Really should
Yeah.
have put them in the fridge. All right, Kaylee and Brian.
I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A.
I did not have any idea. I said bugs.
Bugs.
I've literally never ever found a food that Brian would not eat.
I was gonna say poop originally, but then I thought we had to say food.
That's poop is
I
not
feel like
food.
you actually have said before that you would eat bugs.
I have.
So I just was
I've
at a
said that
loss.
when we have to make the switch from animal protein to bug protein, I'll be ready.
I was
Sean
at a
and I'll
loss.
be ready too, right?
You know it.
Because there won't be any cows and chickens, so
We
it's
had
all
some
gonna be
practice.
bugs.
Okay, let's move on to our next question here. We'll switch boards. In this case, the men will be writing about the ladies. Gentlemen, what will your partner say is the one thing she kept hidden about herself as long as she could? What was the one thing about her she did not want you to find out she kept hidden as long as possible?
I have no idea.
Tough
Oh.
stuff.
Oh, I know this.
That doesn't help me at all.
Well, yeah, but I figured it
What
out.
did you hide from me?
I was pretty open about most things.
Yeah, that's true. You don't hide much.
First thing Brad noticed was my messy room. I'm like, yep, that's how I live.
Shit.
What are you writing? You're writing a novel.
Tough one.
Okay.
A lot of people. All right, we got it. All right, we'll have Brian and Kaylee go first on this one because Brian seemed pretty confident. Kaylee?
I have no idea.
You do. Don't start
No, I
with.
really
You
don't.
always start with I have no
See,
idea.
I don't know what you wrote. You wrote like a novel.
Just think about it.
So something that I kept hidden from you when we first started dating?
Keep
I
going.
don't know. That I was going to Ireland? Is that what you wrote?
Read it.
Oh, she was going to live in Ireland for a year.
Oh!
Wow.
Just believe in yourself. Jeez, you know the answers.
That makes me sound like a terrible person.
No, you got it.
We got it. So.
That's impressive.
There you go. That's the only thing you've ever tried to hide or you didn't share with me right away.
Oh, cool.
Aw, how sweet. All right, can Jess and Brad keep up the momentum here? Brad is furiously changing his answer.
Just
You're not.
I
You
can't
can't look
see
at
it.
it. You can't even see it from the angle.
Is it that?
Um,
Is it that?
Mike, these letters are bad.
There, I could think of two, and he could write down. He could write down either one. I'll tell you what both are.
Okay.
The first is, I mean, since we talked about his farts, my stinky farts. So either he wrote down my stinky farts,
No.
or he wrote down that I despise eating cheese because he loves cheese, and I didn't let him know at first that I didn't like eating cheese, and he slowly found that out. So let's
They're good guesses.
cheese.
Well, you have to choose one.
Cheese.
I wrote hates cheese and ice cream.
Okay. Wow. You guys are doing good on this one.
It's a sad face.
I do hate ice cream.
Who hates
as
ice
well.
cream?
I'm sorry.
You hate Joy.
I don't like dairy in general.
Oh.
Matt, you drinking that glass of milk just it kind
I was just thinking, I'm all out of milk,
of
but
dampened it, and I was like, ooh.
dairy's good. It's good for you too.
Good for your
That's
bones.
true.
That's right.
All right, Matt. What did I write down for you?
So this is what you.
No, what
kept
Matt?
a secret.
What I didn't discover about you until late. What
what
kept
you
from me?
didn't discover about me
Yes.
until okay. So you wrote down. That I am. Oh, okay. So you wrote that I am the kind of guy who would eat an entire freezer worth of Hot Pockets in a single night.
Yes, to avoid throwing them out. Yes. No,
Just
that's
by
not.
throwing them out.
No, it's not what I wrote down. Unsurprisingly.
What did you write down?
I didn't learn this until we started doing the podcast after I've known you for many years, but it would be your lack of time management skills.
Oh, okay. Actually, that was that's very accurate. Yep.
Yes.
Time management.
Matt is good at many things, but scheduling needs a little work.
That's right.
But that's okay. No points for us on that one. But we have another question, and we're going to switch that the ladies will be writing this about their men. And the question is, I think we're certainly running out of questions.
Keep them coming.
Well, there's only so many, and we've been here for quite a while. The ladies are writing this about their men, so here we go. We're going to complete another sentence, so you're going to fill in the blank here. I thought my guy was really macho until I found out he was afraid of blank. I thought my guy was really macho until I found out he was afraid of blank.
So many things.
Ladies are going to write this one down.
I my guess.
Okay.
It's a tough one. I see some people with Kaylee. Looks like she's written down her answer. So, Brian, what are you afraid of that makes you less macho in your wife's eyes?
Being homeless.
Very nice. It's a match.
It's his biggest fear. I don't know why.
She thinks I'd be more macho if I was cool with, not having a home.
It's just a
That's what you're
weird
saying,
fear.
though.
Live under a bridge. No big deal.
I want a man who's capable of living in the wild. That's pretty macho, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fend for yourself on the streets.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Oh,
Good,
that's the street.
good match.
Yes, it's
Jess and Brad?
Spiders. That's my guess.
Brad is afraid of many things that make him less macho,
lots of
and
things.
the one that bothers me the most is thunder and lightning.
Oh yeah, really afraid of thunderstorms. Yep.
He's also afraid of bats.
Yeah.
like baseball bats or flying bats.
Bridges,
Tall buildings.
tall buildings.
But thunder and lightning's the one that makes him less
Oh
macho.
no, spiders is my biggest fear.
So I realize, but to me, the less macho one is thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I cower like a child.
Yep, under the blankets, hidden.
Very nice. All right, no match there. All right, Matt. I don't know how easy of one this was for you to write down about me, but I would fill in that blank with it makes me less macho to be afraid of going on dates. There's nothing unmacho, more less macho than that. What did you write down, Matt?
Sean, I didn't want to be mean. I didn't write that. I wrote spiders.
I'm not afraid of spiders.
I think you I thought you maybe mentioned that you were afraid of
I'm
spiders at some
definitely
point.
not afraid of spiders.
Matt, you should have paired up with Brad over here.
Yeah, really. I
Yeah.
don't think you're afraid of going on dates, Sean, for
I'm
the
not.
record.
No.
I just think that you
I'm
just
not
haven't
really
met the
afraid
right-
of. I guess I'm going to say
You haven't met
flying,
the
but
right
that's
person
really
yet.
lame. So.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Matt.
You just
I
keep
have
being
found
yourself.
Matt, I have found the right person at you.
Aw.
Co-host for life.
Sean, I'm the real winner here.
Aren't we all? Guys, we're to our last question here, and we have a tie.
Whoa.
So let me give you a quick score update. Matt and I are so far back with 3 points, and you two are tied at 20 apiece. Matt and I were very not good at this.
Let's just make this like next question wins.
Well, that's what it is. So we're in
right.
sudden death.
Unless we
The
both
next
get it
one
right.
where one of you guys is right and the other's wrong wins. And the
pressure's on.
next question I have up here in the rundown, we're going to switch boards. So the men are going to be writing this about the ladies. And this is a particularly fun one. What creature will you say your partner most resembles first thing in the morning? What creature does your significant other most resemble first thing in the morning?
He's
Yes,
ran awfully fast.
we're talking about the ladies. Matt, do you want to play this one or should we skip it?
I already played it.
The men are writing it, so I write it.
What creature?
All right, I'll write it
Play it.
down.
I already know what you're gonna write.
God, we're just in each other's heads, man. This is great.
We're rocking it.
This is really fun. It's sudden death, though. We're only one couple can survive and come out as the championship, as the winner, as the best couple.
Yeah, Sean, this question sucks.
Okay, do you want a different one?
No, we gotta try it. It's too late now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get it, but
Yeah.
Well, we'll go through it quickly and move on. While you guys are writing down, Matt, what did I write down for you?
The animal that I most represent when I wake up in the morning,
first thing in the morning. Yes.
I said a bat.
Very close. Very close. I wrote sloth.
Oh,
Or sloth.
that's probably true. Yeah. Yep, I like that one. That makes a lot more sense than bat. I really don't know why I picked bat.
I mean, it's not, you don't
No,
sleep
who
upside
resembles
down
a
or
bat?
anything like that. Yeah.
I just thought, I don't know.
It's a little misleading.
I thought because it's like it's still dark out when I leave the house. I leave my house at like 5 in the morning, so
You're like
I feel
bat
like a
in that
bat.
respect. Yeah.
nocturnal.
All right. Let's go with Jess and Brad. Jess?
I would probably say sloth. Because I'm slow moving and grumpy.
I wrote a bear because she's angry.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely angry.
She's mean.
All right.
Don't wake me up.
Very fair. Kaylee and Brian?
like physically resemble. I'm gonna say like a river monster. I feel like I just look disgusting in the morning. It's definitely not what you wrote with that face.
I really hope Brian wrote like angel. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why you went with like what I physically resemble. That part.
Well, he said
I
we
also-
resemble in the morning. What you?
I also wrote bear.
Oh.
Don't hurt me.
Well, it's a good match. Unfortunately, no points because you matched the wrong couple, but that's okay. We'll move right into our next question here, and we'll switch boards again. The ladies are going to write this one. The question is about your man. Which cartoon character most represents your husband? Which cartoon character? It's a tough one. But we got to get a match here. We got to have a winner. This is it. It all comes down to this. Matt, do you have an answer while we're letting them write?
I'm trying to think of their name. I could
Us.
picture him in my head. I'm trying to get the name here.
Well, write as much of a description as you can,
Okay.
and we'll try and get as close. I think the answer you're going to write is Dennis the Menace.
No.
No. Okay. What were you going for? You can just say
Oh,
it.
okay. I think I got it. I know the name now.
Okay, you can just say it out loud. You don't have to write it because I already revealed my answer.
So I wrote down. I couldn't think of his name. The little green man from the Flintstones. The little like floating green guy.
Yeah.
and his name is the Great Gazoo.
Yeah. Okay.
That's who you remind me of, I guess. If I had to pick a,
What
if
planet
you look
do
him
you
up,
come from?
you'll know. That's got to be the one that if I pictured you as a cartoon character, it'd either be him or it would be the Martian, Marvin the Martian. Those two.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
That's the way, Sean, you're green.
Yeah.
Either
That's
way,
really what
yeah.
we focused on here. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. I'm gonna
That's
take
what
that
I
as a
would say.
compliment.
I would not say Dennis the Menace at all. I don't really know too much about him, but I don't think you strike
I'm
me
not
as
a
the
menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Okay.
The Great Gazoo.
All right. Well, how about let's see if Jess and Brad can do better here for the win.
I'm gonna go with Aang from Avatar. What do you got?
Sokka.
Oh!
You're definitely Sokka from Avatar. You're
There's
not.
one with Avatar. I had no idea which
Very
one.
close.
Dang, you're not even. What?
I have air tattooed on me.
That doesn't make you Aang. You're definitely Sokka.
Oh, so it's a dead giveaway.
Sounds like
Yes.
it's to me.
Thank you, Matt.
That's the guy.
Thank you.
That's definitely Sean.
Uh-huh. All right, we're just going to keep moving. Kaylee and Brian.
Ugh.
So I know this totally matters about. I mean, we've been watching some animated shows lately, but hopefully you're thinking of what I would say is the first. It'd be Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, no, I didn't think of that. I thought of Andrew from Big Mouth.
Andrew from Big Mouth? Fuck! No, not that guy. He's the worst.
At least we had the same show.
Yeah, you were close.
That second like bonus
I was
point.
gonna guess Hank Hill.
No.
No bonus points.
You
All
ever
right.
watched Hank Hill?
Bob.
We're going to do one
Bacon crust?
more open
Oh.
response question, and then if we still don't have a winner, then we are going to go to true sudden death, okay?
Okay.
So we'll give you one more chance to get it fair and square here. We're going to switch boards, so the men will be writing this one down. And the question is about your wife. What did your wife want to grow up to be when they were a kid? What was their sort of goal, their career? What did they want to grow up to be?
Oh, that was a marker slam.
And I've got to write this about Matt. I don't think we've ever talked about this, Matt.
No, we really haven't.
Afterwards.
So are we still playing like next person wins?
Well, it's got to be if they both get it right, then it's still a tie.
Right.
So if one of them gets
So
it
it's
right
still
and the other gets it
sudden
wrong,
death.
it's still sudden death.
Okay.
But we're gonna
Determines how I'm gonna answer this one.
no, Matt, we've lost. We're not gonna win.
We said
We're
we said
so
next
far behind. It's
person
not even
wins.
close. No, we're so far behind. We cannot win.
Yeah,
This
but
isn't a
this
wild card.
question's worth like 100 points.
No,
though.
we're just playing for fun.
Okay. Then that also impacts how I'm gonna answer this
Okay.
question.
Well, while you're thinking about it, let's go to our real couples, Jess and Brad.
Sean, what are you trying to say here? We're not a real couple?
When I was younger, I really wanted to grow up and be a zoologist and work in a zoo.
Zoologist.
That's what I want. I wanted to be like, the polar bear
spell it
expert
horribly?
or some. No, you spelled it correctly. Good job.
Nice job, guys. Now it all comes down to Kaylee and Brian. If they match each other, the game continues. If they don't, it's over. But before we get to their answer, Matt, what did I think you wanted to be as a child?
I don't know what you put here for this one,
Uh-huh.
but
We're not going to match, but okay.
for this is the honest to God truth.
Okay.
I wrote this in my second grade yearbook, so you can look this up. Everybody else had like policeman, fireman, whatever, and right next to my name, I wanted to be the third baseman for the New York Mets, wearing number 10. That was a very, very specific goal that I never even came close to achieving. But that is what I wanted to be. So
I feel so
You have
stupid
that?
because I probably could have guessed that.
yes,
That's not rocket science for me to have guessed that. But no, Matt, I know you grew up in an Italian neighborhood.
Oh no, you're not going to say the mob, are you?
No, but I said another great Italian
no.
career, which is butcher. I wrote butcher.
Oh,
not of
okay.
people, but of
Well,
meat.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that was probably on my list at some point. Yeah, definitely would have never guessed that. But
I'll take
I
it.
thought you were going to say mafia or construction.
I don't think, Matt, you are way too soft. You would never last in the
like
mafia.
cement block construction.
You're way too nice.
Yeah, I think butcher would be more my style.
He just chops up the body once they're dead.
That's right. He's
right.
the butcher of White Plains. All right. Well, let's. We gotta get to a winner here, guys, because we've been doing this too long. Kaylee and Brian, what did you write down, Kaylee?
All right, let's see. I am living the dream. I always wanted to be a teacher.
Is that what he wrote down?
All right.
No! This game will not end. All right, we're going to sudden death for
Just keep
all
going.
the marbles.
I'll call in sick tomorrow. I'll do it.
We've
I'll do it.
We have a lot of teachers here who have to get up very early, so we got to wrap this up. Here's how it's going to work. It is the stupidest tiebreaker imaginable because I did not think of one ahead of time because I always forget these things can end in ties. It's about the 4th time I've done this on the show. Here's how it's going to work. The ladies are going to get the board, right? Because the men had them last time. So ladies are going to get the board. Ladies, you're going to write down a number between 1 and 100. And then it's up to the men. The men are going to guess a number. Whoever is closest, including going over, will win. So what number is your significant other going to write down is the question, between 0 and 100.
Did you just run out of questions, Sean?
No,
Is
Matt,
this what
I kid
happened?
you not, I have hundreds of these. We're over an hour. We're like an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Literally some of us have to go to bed.
This seems like something you just made up on the spot.
I honestly didn't think this tie would go on for friggin' ever. That's my thing.
Crazy.
That's my mistake. I assumed we'd have gotten more of the open response correct, which we didn't. Go figure. All right. The numbers are written down. We're ready to go. We will start with Brian on this one. Brian, what number did Kaylee write down?
I'm going to go with my age and say 31.
Okay. It's a good guess. It's a good strategy, a good thought. Did Kaylee write down 31? No, she didn't. What did she write down? 15. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That is a 16 difference. So if Jess and Brad match exactly, it's over. If their guesses are within 15 or less, they win as well. I pray they did not be 16 apart, because then we're really going to have a problem. We're going to have a big problem.
I pray that they did.
You can go over. It's not Price is Right rules. So
32.
32 Brad guesses. Okay, what did Jess write down? 35!
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, the Batterinis win the first ever Up for Debate Newlywed Game.
One over.
Not that that made a difference, but
It was very close between all the couples, and by that I mean you two couples. It came right down to sudden death, but congratulations to the Batterinis. You, tonight, are the superior couple.
Sean, the number I wrote down 1, because we are the #1 podcast.
That's right. And you want to know what's crazy, Matt? You wrote
you
down
and
number 1, and I wrote down number 1 as well, because you're my #1 best friend.
Oh, wow. I think that means we win.
We win!
Yes!
Yes! Drop the confetti!
this was the
Nice.
point.
I do it.
Number 1.
Yeah, he was number 1.
right.
It was his hat.
We did it. We sure did. Oh boy! Oh, what a great time! Thank you so much to our two couples for joining us on this event. I hope you had as much fun as we did, getting to know each other just a little bit better.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. We appreciate the Batterinis and the McMillans for being here. The McMillans you can't catch on this year's Movie League because they did not make it, unfortunately. But Matt and I will be back next week without these guys and with more great discussion on another Up for Debate. Of course, you can visit our website, upfordebate.tv, and get all the episodes. Of course, you can subscribe wherever you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Overcast, Spotify, you name it, we're there. And the video version you're going to want to watch for this episode over on YouTube. And, of course, you can follow us at Up for Debate TV on Twitter, or email us upfordebatetv@gmail.com. Matt, anything you would like to say?
No, just I'm glad that I could be a part of this. And
you're a part of this every week.
You know, I'm always grateful to be a part of it because it's always a fun time with you and any special guests we have. It's a special treat. So thank you guys for coming out and being a part of Sean and I's greatest podcast, number one podcast in our hearts and in our minds.
And Matt, please send all of our regards to your wife wherever she is.
She should be home very soon. I think she got Chick-fil-A on the way. So
hey, what a treat! All right, well, you enjoy that. We're gonna head out of here. On behalf of Matt, I'm Sean. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another Up for Debate.